Hello everyone, welcome back to the NCU Admission and Scholarship Online session. This part we invite Professor Wu Zuoren from the College of Earth Science to give us a brief introduction about the college. And two international students, Ni and also Anna, are here today to share her life with you. And then we're going to leave some time for the Q&A. So if you have any questions, you are very welcome to leave any questions in the chat room. Now let us welcome Professor Wu to introduce the college.
My name is Professor Zuoren Wu from National Central University, and my institute is Graduate Institute of Hydrological and Oceanic Sciences. Today I'm going to spend about 10 to 15 minutes to introduce the College of Earth Science. So from the first page, you can see that the so-called Earth Science actually is from space to the ocean. So, and we are very proud to say that we are the one and the only one Earth Science College in Taiwan. And also we are the lead of the country in both seismology and the geophysical perspective. And also lead the nation on the researches among the data assimilation, undergraduate water resources, radar, meteorology, atmosphere, and chemistry and model simulation. And also myself is the authority of tsunami research and the radar science in Taiwan. And also we have world-class capabilities, which includes the space environment monitoring, space plasma analysis and the simulation, frequency prediction for HF radio communication, payload fabrication, and the CubeSat development, and which are the very most fantastic technology in Taiwan recently. So the College of Earth Science has two departments and two graduate institutes. The two departments are Department of Earth Sciences and the Department of Atmosphere Sciences, and also the Department of Space Science and Engineering. I have to say that the space science and engineering is the newly established, and this year will be the second year. So you are very welcome to join all of us. And for the graduate institute, we have applied geology and hydrological oceanic sciences. So here shows the program, and there's a lot of details. I would like to take a look. And all the details I will mention in the following slides. So this is the map of NCU campus. As you can see, this is we have a very beautiful campus map. To be honest with you, actually I think NCU is the most beautiful university in Taiwan. Please join us and to take a look. All right. And as you can see, our College of Earth Science actually distribute all over the campus. From the upper part, we have a Department of SSE, and also in the middle, we have Department of AS. And myself, actually, in the lower right corner, that is the College of Earth Science Department, and also AG and HOS. And on the left side, we have Zhongli VHF radar. So we have a very high technique radar set. And the College of Earth Science, we have undergraduate, total students is about 800 students. For undergraduates, we have about 500 undergraduate students and about 350 graduates, including 200 people, students from master and 150 from PhD. And we have totally have 37 professors, and associate professors we have 10. Assistant professor we have 11, and the research fellows we have 8. The next page on this slide, what I am going to say is that our research power is very good. How to say that? Because you can see that usually if you want to evaluate the quality of research, usually we will see the SCI papers. And you can see that the SCI papers, total SCI paper is about 136 per year. And the average paper for each professor is about 2.03. That means it's a very healthy number. We don't want to say, okay, each professor will have 10 more papers. That's unhealthy. So we have high quality paper for 2. And we got most of the funding from MOST. Very interesting, most of the funding from MOST. MOST is the Ministry of Science and Technology, which is the most important funding from Taiwanese government. And from MOST, for the previous year, for the past year, we have 84 projects, and we all gained the project money about $7 million. And also we also have other resource funds which gain the money about $5 million. So let me introduce the first department. That is Earth Science and Geophysics. So we have earthquake source rupture mechanisms, seismo-electromagnetic procedures and earthquake, 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional seismic and geophysical prospecting. And very important, we have eager extreme event achieved in marine geological records of Taiwan. And also CO2 nuclear waste geological sequestrations. And also Taiwan Earthquake Center Geophysical Instrument Service Plan. Here I want to apologize that even though I'm in the earth science, because however, earth science have lots of different research fields, and I myself have to sometimes not very familiar with all of them, so I will try my best to introduce correctly. And on this page, you can see that we have CO2 geological sequestrations, and also in the middle part, in the upper middle, you can see that we have a large facility. That is called earthquake rupture mechanism. And on the upper right corner, you can see that it's geothermal explosion. And on the lower right corner, we have earthquake procedure. And middle part, we have ocean bottom seismometer. And also on the lower left, we have seismic and geological prospecting. So if you don't understand, please visit our website for all the details. And for the second one, that's atmosphere and the environmental sciences. We have radar meteorology and mesoscale modeling, atmosphere chemistry and environmental pollution, data assimilation, vertical profiling and the atmosphere, and monsoon and the local circulation. And as you know, the most important agency in Taiwan about weather is called Central Weather Bureau. And our atmosphere and the environmental science department, this one, actually dominated the entire CWB. Okay, so you're very welcome to join our team. And the third one is shows the NCU C-band dual polarimetric Doppler meteorological radar and the X-band dual polarimetric mobile Doppler meteorological radar and the integrated precipitation observation and the data assimilation and the aerosol monitoring station at Luling Mountain. And also air pollution, transportation, and the last one is very cool. That is cosmic GPS radio occultation experiments. That is recent developed technology. All right, and now let's move from the surface ground to the atmosphere, and then now we are moving to the space science and the engineering. So now we are talking about the space science. So we have satellite rocket payload design and the fabrication. So we have, and NCU is the one and the first one who developed the satellites by ourselves. And also we have ionospheric research and monitoring from space and the ground, and space plasma observation and simulation, and radar remote sensing, atmosphere and ionosphere, and the CubeSat development and operating. So this very high technology. which can be used to monitor many different Earth features like the moisture, CO2, and the temperature, water, so on and so forth. So, and the space science and the engineering research, we have solar physics and the space weather. And we have space plasma measurement and then numerical simulation, and the payload design and the fabrication, CubeSat development and operation, and also cosmic GPS radio occultation experiments for space weather and ionosphere research, and also seismo-ionosphere procedural investigation, precursor investigation. Sorry for that. So let's go back to the ground and also underground. So for this part, we have applied geology. Applied geology is a combination of three important parts. One is geohazard, and then geo-environmental and the geo-resources. For the geohazard, we have earthquake and active fault, landslide and dam lakes, landslide subsidence, and engineering-related hazard. And also we have groundwater pollution, nuclear waste disposal, CO2 sequestration. Sorry for that. And also we have water resources, fossil resources, geothermal resources, and the land resources. As you can see on the middle part, we have two important pictures. That's the authority from the applied geology, because we provided the important picture. One is the 100-year rain-induced landslide hazard map for shallow landslide. As you know, Taiwan has a lot of high tall mountains, and also we have monsoon season, which will have heavy rainfall. So for the heavy rainfall and very tall mountain, landslide hazard is an important issue. So this map actually is very important as an authority for engineers. And also we have 100-year rain-induced landslide hazard map for debris flows. Okay, and for the rest of that is we have water resource and pollution, and research on the hydromechanical coupling and the geohazard, as you can see on the pictures. And the first one is hydrology and the oceanic sciences. So we have hydro-environmental remote sensing, monitoring, and modeling. And myself, I focus on tsunami, storm surge, landslide simulation. And the tsunami, storm surge are the only one research team in Taiwan. And so for myself, you're welcome. And we have coastal zone sediments observation and modeling and management, and the typhoon, ocean interaction, and the climate change. And also we have nature-based solution for climate adaptation and mitigation. So on the left side, you can see that this is a big picture of geohydrology cycling. And also in the middle part, we can see a beautiful ocean. And we have observation site there. And so join us, you can go there and go diving. And also on the lower part, we have a very advanced radar vehicle. So this is details. So we have microwave radar for wave and current monitoring. And in the middle part, that is my research, tsunami and the storm surge prediction and the simulation. So this part is about local scholar and done by me. Later on you can see her. And this one is important for the wind turbine because we have green energy. This is a big project in Taiwan. And the third one is air-sea interaction and the upper ocean thermal structure. And we can see that we have ocean surface turbulence measuring system, and the green roof thermal and hydrological experiments. And also we have water resource and hydrometeorological interaction. So in the international program and the collaboration, we have international program, which are Earth System Science Program of Taiwan, International Graduate Program, short as TIGP. with Academia Sinica. And also we have Tiger project, TAIGER/ATSEE projects for geophysics research and exploration with US and mainland China. And we are proud to say we have Formosa set number 3, Cosmic, and Formosa set number 7. So as you can see from them, we have already goes to the 7th generation of satellite, and with Cosmo 2 project for atmosphere and ionosphere observation with UCAR and USA, sorry. And we have 7SEAS project, 7SEAS project for atmosphere pollution monitoring with NASA, USA, and many other Asian countries. And we also have tsunami monitoring and prediction in South China Sea, which is done by myself. And we have international collaboration studying regional atmosphere, mercury distribution, and cycling. And last part is co-spot test, group establishing and constellation of small states. So the statistical foreign students, this part you might be interested. This here. So totally from Vietnam, we have the largest group, which total number is 112. And the second largest group is from Indonesia. We have the total students about 69. Number 3 is from India, 27, and then Philippines, 13, and Ethiopia, 8, and so on and so forth. So you can just stop this one and take a look. So the foreign students enrolled annually. So we can see that these are international students actually enrolled from 2004. And recently, we reached a number about 38, 29, 24, 41, and 26. These are up and down all because of COVID-19. So you guys, after this, now the COVID-19 problem is getting safer. So I hope you guys can consider and join the College of Earth Science. So for some of our College of Earth Science, we also prepare the prayer room for Muslim students. Okay, so if you need the prayer room requirements, this is a nice place for you. And also for the Muslim students, we have from OIA we have certificates for those countries for those restaurants which satisfy requirements. And recently we have some very advanced research team. So the first one is advanced program for lecture and a research project collaboration, co-organization workshop and meeting and the double degree and the student exchange. And from this slide you can see that we have a research team from our institute, Graduate Institute of Oceanic, Hydrological and Oceanic Sciences. We have a team which goes to the North Pole to do some research study and the measurements. Okay, and this one is the research with foreign countries. So at the end, I want to welcome you, and also College of Earth Science want to welcome you to join us, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Wu, for the detailed information about programs of the College of Earth Science. Now, this part we invite 2 international students from the College of Earth Science to share their life with you.
So hello everyone. My name is Nhi, and I am a Professor Wu student. Now I am a PhD student, but I live here 6 years. 4 years for master and 2 years for master and 4 years for PhD. Usually I do research and publish paper, and I working on project of my lab, and sometimes I training my new member of my lab. And for the PhD student, we have a lot of chance to go to the international conference, like me. I go to Europe and USA in 2019 to attend the international conference.
So do you like the conference, travel to Europe and USA? Or you
Yes.
want to stay in USA?
Yeah, of course. This is a very good chance to learn more things, and this is a good chance to visit some places in the world. Yeah, and the most important thing is the conference attendance fee. We got a support from the government, the MOSD. This is the Ministry of Science and Technology in Taiwan. So this is very good sign. Actually, in the beginning, I guess a lot of difficulty with my study, my daily life, and my communication because here using Chinese. But in the academic work, academic study, we use English. So I can get familiar day by day. And
So do you enjoy your research?
I can say yes, I enjoy my research because here my lab and the institute support me a lot about the facility, about the lecture. Yeah, we get a lot of support from the institute.
So can I make a summarize that overall speaking, you like here, and you like to study in College of Earth Science and also in my lab, not because I sit here, right? Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So Anna, I know you are just you are a newcomer, and can you briefly introduce the experience you are in NCU and College of Earth Science?
Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Anna. I'm a new student as a master student in Graduate Institute of Hydrology and Oceanic Science. I came to NCU at this year, at this beginning of this year, but I would like to say that I came late. I came late about 1.5 months. But actually, at the first, I cannot follow the course because it's so hard to study at this far, Indonesia and Taiwan by online. But professor will always support and help me to conduct the course with the facilities of the online. And after I came to Taiwan, at the first, I was so difficult to actually to follow the course because this is my first time as an international student. But many seniors in the lab will help me to understand so many new environment. And actually, in IHOS, they give us some training, like we have the Concord training and the others. So it helped us a lot to as a beginner. So yeah, that's all I think for me is a beginner in this IHOS department.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Thank you, Anna.
Yeah.
Thank you, Me. Now
Thank you
let's
very much.
get into the Q&A. Are all the programs in the College of Earth Science lecturing in English? If no, please tell us what programs can be offered to the international students if the students never learned Chinese before.
Okay, basically the first answer is yes, so no other questions. Yes, all the graduate program and all the graduate lecture and the courses are taught in English.
Okay.
Sometimes bilingual because we have a lot of Chinese students, so maybe at least half, but mostly just English. Right? And also, if students never learned Chinese before, well, I hope students can learn Chinese after coming to Taiwan, okay, for surviving to order food to buy something for those
because the daily life we use Chinese all the time, right?
But from the university or college of science, there is no regulation saying, okay, you must learn Chinese.
Okay.
Right? Yes.
Okay, thank you. What is the language requirement, like both, I think it's only English, right? English
Right.
requirement of each program. And then one of the students says that my language certificate is already expired, but I cannot take the exam during the pandemic because of COVID-19, right? And can I upload the expired one? And the third question will be like, all the courses in my previous degree are actually lecturing English. Can I upload the statement letter issued by my previous university stating that the medium of the instruction is English? Or all the courses I took are lecturing English as the language proof?
Okay.
It's a quite long.
Right. So all about language. Okay.
Yes, all about language.
Okay. I want to say that all the rules from College of Science basically just follow the rule from the university, which has no rule.
That's true.
Okay. As you know, you guys are applying for graduate program. So graduate program is basically if the professor wants you, then you can enter. And why the professor is going to choose you? One important and maybe the most important part is the English ability.
Okay.
So that's these two, they are very good English, right? No. Okay. So as you can demonstrate, okay, for example, like an online interview or the face-to-face interview, then tell your advisor that you are good in English, then that is enough. So there's no regulation saying, okay, you must have certain certificates. If you can provide the certificate, that is better, that can add some points. But most importantly, you have to know how to communicate in English. Because if you cannot communicate in English, I don't know how to teach you. That's the important part. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Must I contact the NCU professor first, or find the NCU professor who is willing to be my advisor before applying for the NCU admission and scholarship?
Okay, this is an interesting question. Different college of like engineering or earth science, they are different. For myself in earth science, actually we prefer that you contact the professor first.
Okay.
Okay. So that the professor knows you, and by the professors, we will have usually like I propose you to.
So
I remember to you is face to face and online interview. Okay. So either one will be okay. So you will have interview on either online or physical interview. So the professor will ask you and maybe check with you to know how good is your English and is you smart enough, or if you have a clear, logical concept or something to the very professional part. So that is the answer for this part.
Okay, so the professor recommends that the student should contact the NCU professor first.
Oh wait, there's also admission and the scholarship, okay? Oh, all right, yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually do the online interview with the professors to discuss your future.
Just email first.
Okay, email first. That will be in average. How long does it take to obtain a master's degree or a PhD degree?
Okay, this answer is it's easy. Master and a PhD forever. Oh no.
Forever. They just say she spent like 4 years in a master's degree. So is that true?
Master usually 2 years, and PhD usually between 4 to 6 years.
Okay, it depends on the student.
It depends on your situation because master usually 2, mostly. Somebody will extend to 3 years. It's okay. And for PhD, because during the research life, you will have you personally will have some situation to handle, like a lot of different situations other than research.
Okay.
So PhD sometimes will extend a little bit longer. So, but basically 4 to 6 years.
Okay, thank you. This is our last question. So thank you for staying with us until now. This is the end of our session. Now, next coming up is the introduction of the College of Haga Studies. So stay tuned for more information about NCU. See you soon. Bye bye.